Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, 15th day of Tammuz. Reminder that this week, Thursday, of course, is Shavas of Tammuz, the beginning of the 3 weeks. We have a fast day, and of course, the restrictions and the observances of the 3 weeks begins this Thursday, of course, culminating with Tisha B'Av. Please remember to take part in our virtual journal. Thank you for all those who are participating. We actually have sent a snail mail ad blank as well, but we're honoring Barbara and Andy Hutter for their so many years of service to our shul, certainly as original family of our Eitz Chaim community, and also giving thanks and wishing farewell to Yonah Glatt for his years of service as our youth director. Also, please continue to daven for Refuah Shalema for those in our community and all around who need. Mordechai ben Elka, Robert Falzev ben Rickel, Noah Alas Balilach, Esther, Gittel Basara, Rezel Basara, and again, all those who require our tefillah, and I know how much it is appreciated, certainly by all the families, every single Tehillim that is recited, every davening, every Mishaberach. Today, our sponsor for our video is for someone who actually does not like attention at all. So if you tell me I don't want attention, that means I'm probably going to give you double the attention. But today is Josh Brickman's birthday. Most people know that. It's sort of a holiday, July 7th. It's Josh Brickman's birthday. We did a video for his Bar Mitzvah Parsha, and I promise that the pictures that are in the email today, I have absolute full permission to share. So, I mean, have at it. You know, there's a lot we could say about that, but I'm not going to. But happy birthday, Josh, but sponsored by Sharon and, of course, Nicole, Talia, and Adi, also known as the Brick Chicks. Josh has a wonderful, beautiful, adoring family, and they wanted to celebrate your birthday, not only with, of course, the annual Cholent, but with Torah, because we know that one of the things that you really appreciate in this world, and I know this for a fact, is good Torah. And you never miss a shir, and you never forget anything that I say, which is helpful because I tend to forget a lot of things that I say. So what I wanted to do today for the Dara Torah is something a little unusual. And Josh has a lot of passions besides for caring for others and being a wonderful health professional and helping anybody in need whenever they want. He was the co-chair of the search committee for when I was hired, when we were brought here, and really an all-around mensch. But Josh has two passions. I mean, there are more than two passions, but two passions that are certainly well-known. The first is Torah, and the second is golf. Josh is also my golf partner, as you know, when we take on those scoundrels from Mountain Ridge who, are getting what's coming to them, but that's for another time, because you're going to see them on this video yet. That should be funny. And I wanted to find, are there parallels or things in common between Torah and golf? It's an interesting thought. I once played a round of golf where the only thing that could be spoken on the course for 18 holes were Divrei Torah. Try that. It's not so easy. So I actually found a couple of articles on this, and it inspired my thinking. And the first one that the author writes here is something about a hole-in-one. Now, a hole-in-one is elusive. Only a select few get to accomplish that. I don't know anybody who on June 6th, 2018 got a hole-in-one at Cedar Hill. I digress. But the Torah is not up in Shemayim where nobody can get it. It's accessible to everyone. Golf, the hole-in-one is not for everyone. That's not where I want to go. First of all, there's the notion of competing against yourself. In golf, your greatest accomplishment and your greatest nemesis is yourself. If you can repeat the same motion over and over and do that with an effective nature, then you have improved yourself, you improve your game. But Torah is exactly like that. We're always working on ourselves. We're always trying to say, how is it that I can repeat the same thing? We daven the same thing every day. We learn the same Torah. We read the same parsha every year. And in a sense, it's a competition because there are a lot of other things that get in the way. There are thoughts that come into your head that can distract you. Imagine when somebody's about to take a 5-foot putt to win a match, and some other thought comes into your head. You're beating yourself. But the same thing happens with Torah. The same thing happens with Yiddishkeit. Of course, we know that even though we can daven on our own quite often, as we did for months when we were locked up in a pandemic, but the real fulfillment of davening is when you daven with a minyan. There's definitely a social element. There's a notion of being together with others. And though there are those who enjoy to play golf with only the serenity of being alone and nature, there's something to be said about the social element of when you play with your buddies, when you play with friends, when you play in a friendly competition, or one that turns not so friendly. But when you play with other people and it brings you together, and there's something to be said about people who have what's known as golf buddies or golf chavrusas, and I know Josh has had some golf friends that they've gone all over with, and they've been together for years and years and years, and that's a bond that is something that's quite unique. Also, they say that you could tell a lot about a person by the way the person plays golf, because golf requires a tremendous amount of midos. You have to have proper etiquette, you have to have respect, you have to know when to be quiet, you have to have proper manners, you have to dress accordingly, but you also have to be honest. Honest with your playing partners, you have to be honest with yourself. And of course, Yiddishkeit, a tremendous amount of Judaism and Torah, is about good midos, it's about ethics, it's about morals. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about understanding that maybe nobody else is watching, but the Eibishter is watching. Hashem is watching. Now, we could go on and on and on about what it means to observe the rules. And even though some of the rules may be arcane, some of the rules may be sort of very, very odd, very strange, it doesn't apply to me. But Yiddishkeit and golf, you know what? If you're going to be in that arena, then it very much applies to you. The last thing I was thinking of, and I happened to be sitting in my office, and I had my handy-dandy 62-inch wedge, which, you watch a lot of golf videos, everybody gets and does instruction. And I was thinking about, Judaism and golf, my Cleveland wedge, and that Yiddishkeit people think are so hard. They think Judaism and Torah, so I've never learned anything, I can't do it. That's not the case. And I said, this is perhaps where we can learn a lesson from golf. Sometimes people think that when you want to hit the ball far, you have to swing as hard as you can. But you see, the shaft of the club is really not that heavy. It's the head of the club which bears the brunt of the force. And you know what? All you have to do is just get your head on the ball. And sometimes the lighter you swing, even if you just make contact, just a little bit of contact, and the ball will fly for miles. Because it's all about where the head contacts the ball. Not about how hard you hit it, but how well you hit it. You see, in Yiddishkeit and in Torah, when people think that Torah is not accessible, when they think that it's something that I can't do, you know what you tell them? It's not about how hard you swing. It's not going for that hole-in-one. It's not swinging for the fences every time. All you have to do is make contact. You start off with a little shot, then it goes a little further and a little further, and you keep working on it, and you practice, and you do, and you study, and you practice, and you think about it, and you ruminate, you cogitate, you meditate. All those things happen. And this little piece of metal will make your ball fly straight and pure without swinging as hard as you possibly can. Now, Josh is a special guy. There's no question about it. Anybody who knows Josh knows how dedicated he is to his family, to his practice, to his patients, to our shul, to his friends. And he also is quite a good, skilled golfer. And really someone that when you play with him, it's just a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. And I have to say, Josh, on your birthday today, you give us a lot of nachas. And you teach us a lot about not only the game, but you teach us about what it means to be a mensch, what it means to be a Torah Jew, what it means to be an honest person, what it means to lead in the field of ethics and morals. And the way you play golf very much mirrors the way you live your Torah life. So on your birthday, with love from all your brick chicks and your great fans, and I am a big one of them, may you hit them straight and pure, and may you continue your beautiful mode of study and the way that you daven and the way that you lane and the way that you lead by example. And on this day today, enjoy your cholent. I hope you have a very, very happy birthday, and I can't wait to see you both in shul and back on the course. Have a great day. Happy birthday.